Hi friends! Today you will need clean hands, a measuring tape or a ruler. You will also need to collect some objects to measure or Legos, and then a worksheet that's called How Big, where you're going to be able to write down the measurements that you took. Let's look at our ruler and let's look at our tape measure. On most rulers, we can see the lines and the numbers. There are also smaller lines. We're going to focus on just the longest set of lines, and those are called inches. This section is 1 inch. This ruler goes up to 12 inches. That is also called 1 foot. On this tape measure, when you pull it out, it also has lines and numerals. This one has 12 feet, so it has 12 of these. Here you can also see that it has long lines and shorter lines and numbers. We're going to use these tools to measure different objects. So go find 5 objects that you can measure. Rub your hands, sit up tall, take a deep breath. You can see I have all of the objects I collected and the worksheet that I sent to you. The first 2 I put in for you, your hand and your foot. I'm going to measure my hand first. I'm going to move my other objects off to the side so I have space to measure. I'm going to measure my hand. You can measure it a couple different ways. You could measure it across, or you could measure from your longest finger down to your wrist. I'm going to measure from my longest finger to my wrist. We'll say my hand is 7 inches. So from the very edge of the ruler until I find my number, which is 7. So I'm going to write that my hand was 7 inches long. 7. I already measured my foot, and my foot was 9 inches. The next thing I'm going to measure is my orange. Let's see how big my orange is. My orange is about 2 inches. So I'm going to write down 2. The next thing I chose to measure is my bell. Let's measure how long or how tall the bell is. So line it up on the edge. My bell is halfway between the 4 and the 5. I'm going to round up or just skip to the next number, which is 5. So my bell is 5 inches. What about my spoon? I found a spoon in my kitchen. Let's see how long the spoon is. Line it up on the edge. My spoon is about, it's just a little more than 7. So we'll go ahead and write 7. My next objects that I chose is a T-Rex. How tall is my toy T-Rex? He is right at about 6 inches. So we'll write down that he is 6 inches long. So 6 inches. The next thing that I'm going to measure is a marker. My marker is about 5 inches long. It's closer to the 5 than it is to the 6, and so I'm going to write 5. What kinds of things can you measure around your house? How big are they? I have my basket of Legos, and I also have my tape measure. I'm going to use my basket of Legos and my tape measure to make a fun creation and then measure it. Let's see if I can use my Legos to make a really long line. Can you use your Legos or blocks to build something and then measure it? See how long you can make yours, and we'll check back in with my creation in a little bit. I built my Lego creation, and now I'm going to measure it. Pull out my tape measure, line it up on the end. Wow, my Lego creation is 16 inches long. Let's see how wide it is. Line it up on the end. My Lego creation is 8 inches wide. How big is your creation? That was our lesson for today. Remember, wash your hands, be kind, and keep counting. See you later.